Hello and welcome to another Singing Chef video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect Italian pizza dough. This dough is suitable for use in wood ovens, in your normal kitchen conventional oven. I'm going to show you the perfect recipe for the perfect pizza dough in this video. Stay with me, stay tuned, let's cook. Welcome to another Singing Chef video, folks. Today we're going to be making a really nice classic Italian pizza dough. Now, there's loads of different recipes out there. This is the best one that I've come up with. It's really simple, just takes a little bit of time, but once you've got past that waiting period, you're good to go, and you've got pizza dough for up to 4 good sized large pizzas, okay? So, really simple ingredients. We've got 1 sachet, this is a 7-gram sachet of instant dry yeast. You can get this in all the supermarkets. In fact, you can buy a box of these sachets for about £1.20. They're really, really cheap. So you want 1 sachet per dough, basically, for this recipe. So 1 of those. You want 325 millilitres of tepid water. The reason you need it tepid or just slightly warm is the fact that when you put the yeast into the water, it's going to start activating that yeast, okay, really, really quickly. And the last ingredient, of course, no pizza dough is made without it, is some decent 00 grade flour. Little bit of a pause there. Yeah, this is the super fine 00 grade. It's really light. It's great for making pasta as well. We'll show you how to make pasta in another video, of course. But today we're going to be making the pizza dough. So we need 500 grams of this. Make sure you get your scales out because this is quite important. We're sort of tapping into science, really, with this kind of cooking. Anything to do with baking. There we go, we've got nice 500 grams of 00 flour. Now all you need is a really good, nice mixing bowl. And our flour can go in. In our mixing bowl there, we've got our 00 flour. Now, our water here, as I said before, is just slightly off of warm. So a nice tepid 325 millilitres of water. To that, we're going to add our 7-gram sachet. I can't get my words out today. Our 7-gram sachet of dry yeast goes in, just like that. And with a fork, just give that a good stir, a good mix. And what will happen is, you'll get these little frothy bubbles appear on the surface, which is what you want. That's basically indicating that the yeast has started to activate from that water. Okay. I don't know what it is about pizza making, but I get really excited. There's something really awesome about making pizza dough. Little things please the simplest of minds. But we're going to show you how to make a pizza. There will be a link in this description to go straight to the pizza recipe, which will be a classic margherita. There is also going to be a link for a classic Italian tomato pizza sauce as well. So we're all connected here. You can see where it's going. So we've got our water and yeast mix there. As you can see, I don't know if you can see on the camera there, but you've got some bubbles forming on the top. That's letting me know that the yeast is now starting to work. It's now activated. So we want to make a small little well in our flour, and this just goes straight in, okay? No messing about. And with a fork, you just want to start mixing that in. Now, you may need to add a little bit more flour, a little bit more water. I think this should be fine. And you just want to work that with a fork until it starts to get sticky and you can't really do much else with the fork. So Just another few stirs. Really mix it in. Now some people add sugar, some people add salt to this. It's entirely up to you. I haven't added either because we're going to be adding a bit of salt to our pizza sauce in the other video. It's entirely up to you. Some people even add a little bit of olive oil in with it. As I say, I don't tend to feel the need to do that. If you want to oil your pizza crust before it goes under the grill, you can. Right, so we're now at that stage now where the fork has done its job. We now need to get our hands in there and just start mixing this into a dough. It can be a little bit messy. If you get a bit of flour all over the place, it's not a massive issue. But we're making a bread here, so there's always going to be a bit of mess wherever there's wherever there's water and flour involved. But you can keep it down to a minimum. Now, the next task, of course, is we need to knead this. Okay, this is a very important process. You need to knead this now on a floured board. Okay, so we just get a little bit more of our flour and just flour our board there like that. Get our dough on there. At this stage, you might want to just give your hands a quick rinse. So we've given our hands a quick rinse. This will make it a lot easier now to work with the dough. You don't want to be working with messy hands. Now, we've got a nice floured board. Now, I'm going to be kneading this for about 10 minutes. So we're going to do a jump cut because I'm not going to film a solid 10 minutes of me doing this palaver. All right? No one needs to see me doing that. But you get the idea. You just want to make nice sort of fold and push actions here. All right? Try not to slap it all over the place, like I'm trying very hard not to do. It's all good fun. Anyway, we're going to do a jump cut and I'll show you the next step and what you need to do. So we've been kneading our dough now for about 10 minutes. My arms are aching, to say the least, but it's good. You know, it's all worth it. I mean, look, we've got a lovely, beautiful, elasticated dough, or what will be once it's proved, and that is going to take me on to my next part, and that is where we need our nice little mixing bowl again, the famous mixing bowl, which we'll see in lots of my videos. And to this mixing bowl, what I like to do, and it's a good idea to do this, is just a little bit of olive oil just around the sides, because we're going to put our dough ball in there now, and that is going to double, almost triple in size. Okay, so as you can see, smallish, hand-sized ball of dough, that is going to come right up now. We're going to leave that to prove for about 1 hour. Now, I recommend, if you're going to be using it on the day, prove it for no more than 2-3 hours, okay? And you'll get a really beautiful spongy dough. It will go crisp on the underneath, classic pizza style-y. And once you've proved it, you can then portion it up into smaller balls and then store it in the fridge for up to 3 days. But I'll take you through that process later on in the video. But we're now going to give that time to rest. What you need to do is put some cling film or some plastic wrap over the top of your bowl, like so. And some people put a damp towel over it. If you've got a damp towel hanging around, whack that over the top of it, and you just want to put that in a relatively sort of warm-ish place in the house. Some people put it in the airing cupboard if you've got one. I haven't anymore. I've had my water tank removed from upstairs, so that cupboard now is quite cold. So we're going to leave that in the kitchen, okay, just on top of the hob there. Don't put it on, whatever you do, but just leave that in a nice warm place for about an hour, up to 2 hours, and then I'll show you what to do in the next stage. And welcome back. A little bit of time has gone by since we made our dough. This has been proving now for about 2 hours. Okay, so we're going to take the film off and see what we're looking at. There we go. We've literally pretty much easily doubled in size there. And if you look really closely, I don't know if the viewfinder will pick this up, but there is some very small little bubbles appearing in the dough, which is brilliant. That means we're going to get a really lovely elastic dough. And what you want to do is just press it in. That will then pretty much start knocking all that air back out. And you can see that is beautiful and elastic now. Really lovely. Look at that. Absolutely incredible. We've got a beautiful elastic pizza dough here. This is now ready to make into pizzas. So for a size piece of dough like this, you want to cut this into 4 pieces. Each piece will be a pizza. If you've got some left over, put it on a baking tray, cover with some cling film and leave in the fridge for up to 3 to 4 days. We'll see you in another Singer Chef video real soon. If you want to know how to make the pizza and the pizza sauce, that will be in the links in the description box below this video.